Are we doing best 2 out of 3?
No, one.
What?
One and done.
Oh, I hate this.
One
okay,
and done.
now I have to...
Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors.
1, 2, 3, go!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the To Be Read podcast. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Julie. And today we have something brand new and so fun. It's a character draft. We are drafting literary characters from books to join our elite task force. Think of it like Captain America Civil War. Maybe we're battling each other, maybe we're not. But we have
something to do.
We have special tasks at hand and we need a task force. So here are the rules and parameters. So we have selected 5 characters from 4 different book series. And then at the end, we'll have a 6th wildcard pick that can come from any book. So the 4 book series that we're focusing on today: Red Rising, Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, and Lord of the Rings. So Vanessa and I will make 5 selections from those 4 book series. 1 book series gets a repeat pick, but once we have picked someone, meaning you can pick 2 characters from that book, once we pick a character, the other person can't pick it. This is a draft, and it's game on.
And I get to pick first, bitches!
Okay. It's been the amount of texts that Vanessa and I have sent over the last couple of days, just like stressing about like strategy, who we're going to pick. Not getting super competitive. Like,
yeah. We still want to like each other at the end of this.
Yeah. Yep.
So I get to go first.
You can't draft the same person. All right. Here we go. We're also, after each selection, we're going to be diving into why we like that character so much. 1, for our team, but 2, just as a character, because let's be honest, we're not going to draft. We might draft characters we hate, but.
That's true. That added rule of like not being able to pick my actual group, I have to have like backups of like, if you pick that person,
yes,
I have to then pick someone like them in this way because this is what I need on my team, or like how it shapes might like change going forward. And so it's just, there's like so many variables.
We did add another rule that you can't have both Aelin and Darrow.
Because they are the same person.
So there is a split there. Whoever picks Aelin can't pick Darrow as well. Okay. Start us off, Babs.
Okay. I'm going to start off with who I think would lead my team well.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Aragorn.
Yes.
I knew it.
That's crazy.
It's like we spent a lot of time together or something.
Yes. So Aragorn is from the Lord of the Rings series. I debated between a lot of different characters. We've got Darrow, we've got Aelin, we've got Gandalf even. Like we have a lot of leaders across the series, right? Like Reese even. So the reason why I picked Aragorn very specifically is with a lot of this depends on who else is on the team. But if I get the people that I want on my team, I need a calming presence.
Ooh,
I need someone who can lead in the moment, who can lead from afar, who can work well with others, but who can give heart. Like what I needed, because I went really back and forth like on the leader. That was the one thing that I was like, maybe this person, maybe this person, maybe this person. But where I really just was like, you know what, it's going to be Aragorn, is with the rest of my team. I needed like that person that was going to inspire, but also be in the trenches with his team. So that was Aragorn for me.
I love Aragorn. He's just a top tier movie character and book character. One of the best movie adaptations, in my opinion, like book to movie adaptations, which it's not exactly how I pictured the book when I was reading it, but I also grew up with the movie as well. So that also helped shape my perception. He is kind, but he can get stuff done. You know what I mean? Like he's got that firm but loving leadership and presence.
Yes, that's my first pick. Okay. Let's hear yours. And I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Darrow.
Yeah. All right. Going first for Team Julie is Darrow of Lycos.
Obvious pick.
I
Little
couldn't
obvious
not
pick.
pick Darrow. I just don't feel like I could lead my team going forward.
Darrow is one of
Without
the
Darrow.
ultimate leaders.
One of the ultimate leaders.
And I want to talk just like a half a second. Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, take
jump.
your second.
Throne of Glass characters and Red Rising characters are very much what we both maybe gravitated towards because they both already were a motley crew of characters getting something done. Like we could
Yes.
see them as a task force already. Whereas in Lord of the Rings, they separated and went like they kind of had like mini groups. ACOTAR, I feel like they're more separate group, but it's not really at the same level that Red Rising and Throne of Glass are.
Yeah.
And they both have similarities of it starts with one person with one epic quote to start a book, and it propels into like this full revolution, this full war with like armies at their disposal. So that's kind of crazy. Darrow is an experienced leader.
Darrow, so hands down, no competition. Darrow is my favorite literary character of all time. I think I said that in our first episode back in season 2. He beats out Remus Lupin. He beats out Clay Dunbar. He beats out Ponyboy Curtis and Ender Wiggin. Like, Darrow is god tier character.
He feels like a part of your heart.
He does. I've spent a lot of time with Darrow. You spend a lot of time with Darrow in 6 books. I've reread them, and I am rereading Red Rising again. Like, I've spent a lot of time with Darrow, especially in a short amount of time over the last 3 years. But his perspective, his inner dialogue, his feelings, like, they're so powerful and so gritty and so real. And then you see him rise, and you see him deal with immense and overwhelming amounts of grief. And then he's like thrust into a new body, a new society. He's the leader. He has to figure out how to lead these people. He's got to figure out leadership. He surrounds himself with like the greatest, coolest people. Yet he is so alone because he's the only red. And I think there's something about having the greatest support and yet feeling entirely alone that I resonate with deeply as a human being. And I think a lot of people do. But I think something that makes Darrow so admirable is that he's so insanely flawed. Like, every decision he makes, you're just like, you could have done not that, like, I think
not done that.
Like, no spoilers, I wanted to ream the man in Iron Gold. Like, I was angry. And I'm watching Jake go through that now as he's reading it. And he's just like, I know. Like, it's hard. And he lives in a very solid gray area. But I think that's just what makes him so interesting. And as I saw somewhere, he's the apex warlord.
Oh.
And I really liked that. There's also a quote in Red Rising that says, I think you're like the beast out there, part of a pack, but deeply sad and deeply alone. But he is the ultimate leader, and he'll be leading Team Julie.
My next pick is Aelin Ashryver Galathynius, who, surprisingly enough, was not on my list for a long time because it was her or Darrow.
Wondering.
It was her, her and Darrow are very, very similar in that way. And then I talked myself out of Darrow. But Aelin, I picked as not the leader, as a strategist. She has a way of playing the game. She makes the game. She's made the board. She has people coming out of left field. She knows how to pull her resources, and she's sneaky about it.
Yeah, she literally tells nobody anything.
Nobody. So, like, she has something to work on. That's why I didn't necessarily want her as the leader, is because while it all worked really well in Throne of Glass, it's really to the credit of her team that it worked well. So, in this case, I wanted to give poor Aelin a break, but I thought that she would do fantastic in what do they call, like, archers when they're, like, pulled back? Like, not in the front.
Oh, yeah. Just
like
a support.
Yeah. She is a
They're the elves at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yes. She's over there with Darrow.
Yeah.
So you get to see a really big journey with Aelin, and especially at the end, she just didn't want to be the leader anymore, which is also a thing that in great storytelling, you show all sides of how that character takes like the thing that they're good at, and maybe it's heavy on them, or maybe they enjoy this other thing, or, just in great writing, it gives a well-balanced character. I really, really loved Kingdom of Ash because it showed Aelin at like her most vulnerable and how she really just did not want to pick up the mantle anymore. And it was a credit to her team to go forward. So I wanted to give her a little break and I wanted to push her as a strategist because I think that's where she shines and where she really thrives.
You know, it's funny because when I started making my list, I was like, there's no chance that I'm going to pick Aelin, kind of for the same reason that you gave me Darrow.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, that's your book.
Your thing.
He's my guy.
Yep.
She's your girl. And I was just like,
listen, if you ever
respect.
decided to get a Red Rising tattoo, I'd go with you. I'd get one right there with you.
I'm pretty close. I have a question though. Could Aragorn keep Aelin in line?
I actually think so, and it's because of her mentality at the end of the book. Now, if you were to say that at the beginning of the series, I would not maybe agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think showing her growth at the end of the series, she respects the leaders of other. She respected Ansel. She respected the prince. She respected even Rowan was a leader in his own right of the merry band of men.
The cadre.
The cadre, that's right. I always think of that line in Shrek when he's like, "Oh, merry men." And I just like imagine like all of the Throne of Glass men like
Stop it.
So I do think like from a personality standpoint, she is very much a leader, and I think leaders know when to follow. And I think Darrow does in a similar way as well.
Yes.
He knows when to step back and let the people who have a job to do their job.
Yeah.
So
I would completely agree. Okay. Pick 2. I'm going to go Gandalf the White. I'm going to go Gandalf. And it's funny because I went back and forth between Aragorn and Gandalf, but I decided to go with some higher wisdom, I would probably say. Gandalf's journey is incredible. And the way that he is like the cement that holds everybody together in the whole trilogy of Lord of the Rings is just insane.
Not many characters have that ability to really just... He actually is the commonality between all those groups.
He touches all the groups. I think his journey of growth and embodying the full human experience, he's an anchor and a stabilizer for everybody. He's tried and true North, humble but authoritative. He is just focused but joyful. He can be frustrated. He can be kind of spicy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets annoyed.
I always love the fireworks that he does for the hobbits.
He's just kind of sneaky. But also this man has so many resources and things in his back pocket. Eagles.
True.
The Rohirrim. More eagles.
When you've been around as long as Gandalf has, that makes
he
sense.
knows how to network. He's made his connections. I absolutely love him. There's a scene in the movie that is like one of my all-time favorite movie scenes ever where it's as the troll is trying to break down the door at Minas Tirith, like on the 3rd or 4th level, and he's sitting there talking to Pippin. And Pippin's just like, it's the end. Gandalf's like, what do you mean? This isn't the end. Like, it's just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always loved Gandalf. So welcome to Strike Force, Julie. Gandalf, so happy to have you.
If your strike force had like a color, what would it be?
A color?
Yeah, like that represents them.
That represents them. I think we're going to have to go with like a burnt orange.
Oh, okay.
They're not fully put together yet. There's still too many names in my head. I haven't solidified everybody.
Okay.
But right now, burnt orange for sure.
If I snag the ones on my list, mine would be like a very deep purple, like a blue purple.
Okay.
Like the color
like a blurple. A blurple.
A blurple, yes.
Blurple.
The
Yep.
technical term.
Coming in at pick number 3 for Vanessa's Strike Force team.
Pick number 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Okay, who did you pick? You picked Darrow and Gandalf.
I've got Darrow and Gandalf,
And
and
I
you've
have
got Aragorn and Aelin.
My next pick is Lorcan.
I saw that
Salvaterre.
one coming.
Yes, it's very obvious. If you've been here a while, you know that I love Lorcan, but more than I love his hulking body.
Gosh.
Oh, you were just fangirling over Zuko, who basically looks like Lorcan.
I'm not as
Salvaterre.
tall.
In my well-rounded team, I needed some muscle, but I picked Lorcan because he also is a very strong magic user. He's got this magic that's like, they don't really fully describe it. It's very ambiguous. It's kind of like death magic.
Yeah.
and it puts the fear of God in them. It also can literally kill them. Like it's almost like the shadows that you see in the ACOTAR books, but it's got more to it. I don't really know. I don't know if it's like a Court of Nightmares kind of situation.
Yeah.
But not only is he so big, so big, but I think he actually takes direction well, especially like towards the end of that journey. If all of my team all believed in what they were going to go out and do, I really think that they would respect the hierarchy that I felt. But
you are the captain now.
He really, I think, would add this level of intimidation, but he wouldn't be afraid to question things when he has those questions.
Yeah.
So I think, is way more thoughtful in Kingdom of Ash than ever before. And I don't know if that's like a Leeds doing.
He did get mad humbled. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, he definitely did.
Because if we're talking like Lorcan from like Empire Storms, Aragorn is kicking his butt right out there. I mean, Aragorn dealt with Boromir, so like, but Boromir wasn't as bad in the books as like the movie. I mean, the movie really pegged him as like a villain, but Aragorn would really be humbling that man real fast. But he's been humbled. He comes pre-humbled. Thanks, Alid.
The packaging.
Thanks, Alid.
His box packaging says pre-humbled, like pre-cooked. But so I think that he has the size, he has the raw strength, but he also is someone who would bring that magic element in.
Very fair. Good pick.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
I can't believe I get to do this. Pick number 3. Any guesses?
Oh, I don't know because you didn't go quite by like.
No, I didn't follow certain roles. I just kind of thought about how people would come together. How people would work together. Let's say it like that. Pick number 3 for me is Sevro Barca.
Oh, I could have seen that.
Yeah.
I already knew that was coming.
I was gonna say
your 2 picks. Okay.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I really thought you were gonna scoop Sevro up.
I knew you were doing Sevro. Like I just
and Darrow. You just kind of handed the dynamic duo to me on a silver platter.
They need each other.
They do.
But Darrow, I knew it was going to be a toss up who was going to get because we both love Darrow.
Yeah.
Sevro is like my Lorcan, like, that's your guy. That's your guy. I'm not even touching him. Not even thinking about it.
There are things that hit in rereads, but I don't know if I laugh as hard in rereads as I do when I read Sevro's parts. Like in Red Rising when Antonia's like, where'd you come from? And he just flips her off and she's like, hell. Like, like they're just the best. And him and Darrow, it's like Remus and Sirius. Like they just know each other. They need each other.
There's no
they complete each
them.
other. They are meshed to. Sevro is so chaotic, and I absolutely love the question and answer that Pierce Brown did, where he talked about writing in different perspectives, and he's like, I don't think we're meant to know what goes on inside Sevro's mind. And I'm like, thank you. I think that's what makes Sevro like so fantastic, is that he does all this crazy ass shit, but you don't know what's happening inside. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because I think that just adds to like the mystery and like the craziness of who Sevro is.
Yeah.
Like,
that totally tracks.
But Sevro, even at his like craziest and wildest, and he is like so precious and just wants to be seen and loved and heard. And like Darrow is that person for him. But I'm going to mention Red Rising a lot because I'm reading that one actively right now. Like the way that he just like is magnetized to Darrow and just kind of like follows him around and just protects him. And I don't know, it's just magic from the beginning.
You kind of see that in most of these books. There is a dynamic duo in, I feel like it's like Aelin and Lysandra, and it's Sevro and Darrow. And you would not have the finished product of Darrow without Sevro. And you would not have the finished product of Sevro without Darrow. Like,
I wish you'd read the second part because I would talk more about it, but I can't spoil anything for you. So Sevro's just special. And I recently read the Sons of Ares comic books, which are the prequels to Red Rising. And it was kind of cool to see Fitchner's development and then understand kind of where Sevro's coming from as Fitchner's kid. Honestly, if you had taken Sevro, Fitchner was going to be my pick. All right.
Okay.
That was pick 3.
Okay. There's so much strategizing here.
I know.
Galadriel.
Fantastic.
I needed just like a woman.
She
Like,
scares
you
the
know,
bleep out of me.
I think the movie made her scary.
Yeah.
And I watched like the first season of The Rings of Power, and it just doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
But Galadriel in the books is fleshed out in a different way.
Yeah.
And I know I said that Lorcan has power, but Galadriel is raw power.
Yes.
And Gandalf was my first pick. Galadriel was my second. But honestly, toss up there because they're both probably just as powerful and they've been around almost as long.
Yeah.
Long ass time. But she feels like magic in its most concentrated form. She brings like this ancient raw power. And that is something that I was looking for on my team. This makes it sound way more serious than it is. But like, I needed that aspect of my team rounded out where like that was her thing, is raw power. Anything like magic, that was her thing. A little hesitant, and the reason why my first pick was Gandalf is because at least I know he can take direction. I don't know if she can take direction. It's never really said, other than in like the TV show, but that's
I
and
feel like she's got mad respect for Aragorn though.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the king of Gondor.
Well,
so.
she is ancient, so she has seen kings come and go,
Yeah,
and
she's seen many different
I don't-
iterations of the world.
I don't know if that gives you a god complex and you just like watch from afar, or if you're like, if she respects them. Like, I don't know if she's like, you'll just be gone in like a blink of an eye to me because I live
Yeah.
forever. You know what I mean? So, and I have only read The Hobbit and then like The Lord of the Rings. I haven't read The Silmarillion or, you know, any of those other
Yeah.
things. So if she's more fleshed out there, I don't know. I'm going off of The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, Galadriel. That bitch is mine.
Pick 4, Galadriel. Okay, so you've got Aragorn, Aelin, Lorcan, and Galadriel.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Darrow, Gandalf, and Sevro.
Who's number 4?
Number 4,
I don't know.
Nesta Archeron
Ooh, okay.
with the full trove.
No, she doesn't have the full trove yet.
With what she does have in Silver Flames.
Fair. I'm also kind of thinking about this like our teams are working side by side.
I like
Not
that.
against
Not
each
against
other.
each other. That's a much better way to phrase it for our anxious brains.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought about Nesta for a half a second, but I was like, she's not really as powerful without her magic stuff.
Yeah, she's got to have magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic at full power.
Mm-hmm.
Nesta Archeron.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot for Nesta.
Do we think she would follow orders? Because she, even in Crescent City, does not do it well.
I think Gandalf would help her get over her daddy issues.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I think her and Sevro can just rain chaos down together. You know,
Nice.
I think that Nesta might be like a sister character to Sevro. And I think that, you know, she'd really get along with Victra. I think they'd be good buddies.
Or would they hate each other?
I think
it's
they'd-
one or the other.
And I'm gonna be positive here and say that they're gonna get along with each other. Because, you know, if Aelin and Lysandra can get along, I think Nesta and Victra can get along.
Yeah.
So Nesta Archeron is pick number 4 for me. I have a soft spot for her. We've had great debates about Nesta in the past. That book really resonated with me at the time of life that I was in. She's a bitch. She's horrible to her family. There's no excusing that. But like her story of healing was so powerful for me. And she does have a lot of raw power that I don't think we have fully explored at all. I think it's the same way with Feyre. I thought about Feyre too. Feyre is very powerful.
We don't know a lot about whatever happens in the cauldron.
But there was some crazy ish that happens with Nesta and Silver Flame. So you're just like, damn.
Yes.
So
like pulls the head out. There were definitely times like I don't like Nesta. I don't like her as a character.
Yeah.
I can really appreciate the journey she goes through. And I can understand why that is the highlight for you.
Yeah.
But I do think that she'd be an interesting part to that team with Gandalf there.
Yeah.
If Gandalf wasn't there, I don't know how that would go.
Yeah. She really is going to need like old, respectful wisdom from somebody who's not going to put up with her crap. Like if Gandalf can deal with Pippin, he can deal with anybody. Right. So we're going to carry that on with Nesta. But I think he can give her that like really endearing love and comfort that woman needs because she's got daddy issues.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that.
All right. Pick 5.
Pick 5. So 5 out of 6, right?
5 out of 6, but this is the last pick from the selected books.
My first pick was a Throne of Glass, but I already have 2 Throne of Glass characters. So my backup, which was my first pick for a long time, I just kept going back and forth, is Azriel. I need someone sneaky.
Yep.
So Azriel is in the ACOTAR series, and he makes a lot of sense as like the sneaky guy, you know, like, so he's stealthy. He is brutal. Here's the thing. I don't know how him and Lorcan would do together. They are actually very alike, but two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
They're both kind of broody. They're both kind of like,
There's so much about Azriel we don't know, though.
yeah, that was hard for me.
Like, there's a lot that man is doing in secret that I just don't know about.
Yes. I do think he's more patient than my other team members. He's quiet, but he's really well suited to infiltration, surveillance, close range elimination. So
Close range elimination. All right, queen.
I wanted Aelin back, and I wanted Azriel close range. So he kind of feels like a ghost. He feels like smoke. He sometimes has like this very not fully formed character because we don't know yet. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. His whole presence is built around moving unseen and striking with precision. I think he is the most precise character
Oh, yeah.
on my team.
So
So yes.
that's very fitting. Okay. All right. So you have Aelin, Aragorn,
Lorcan.
Galadriel, and Azriel.
Yes.
Okay. Pick number 5 for me is going to be Manon Blackbeak.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so mine.
I really thought you were going to pick. My initial thought was Aelin and Manon.
Yeah. Azriel,
But then I
and
knew
Manon.
that you needed Lorcan.
See, it's the game we have to play.
And so then I was just like, I might actually sneak out with Manon.
Yeah. Manon was my first pick.
So we've got Manon would kind of be like, if I had to give her a role, she'd probably be my strategist. But her and Nesta and Sevro would just rain hellfire down upon the land.
I'm fully convinced that Manon would hate Nesta.
Yeah, I think they would probably.
Where Bryce was more chaotic and those two got together, I think Manon is way too structured to like Nesta. Now, that's a hot take. Now, everyone has their own opinion, and I have seen arguments for the opposite, but I think that Manon would not like Nesta.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But I do know a lot of people think the opposite.
I view Nesta as a little more, slightly more agreeable than you, because I feel like you have this view of Nesta of just like, she hates everybody. She sucks, period. Nobody's going to like her.
I don't think that they wouldn't like her personality. I just think that, I mean, obviously she makes friends with Gwen and the other one I can never remember.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's going to get along with Manon at first, though.
But yeah, even Aelin and Manon,
Manon,
right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I don't think Manon and Nesta would really get together is Nesta thrives in breaking a mold and Manon thrives in the structure of a mold.
Manon breaks a mold, though.
Well, yeah, of course. That's a part of her storyline. But she is so structured and regimented.
Yeah.
She, honestly, for lack of a better word, it's like military-esque.
Yeah.
So
Very
she is
militant.
a commander.
Yeah.
And so if Nesta, I think it might depend on how Nesta is that day. You know, if Nesta follows in line, then yes, I actually do think they could work. But I don't think Nesta is the fall in line kind of gal.
I think what we have here on my team is we've got Gandalf at the top. He's our dad.
That's true. He's
our
the leader.
father. He's our leader. We've got Darrow and Manon. Manon is Darrow's second. They are going to work together.
Mm-hmm.
Sevro
And Nesta.
and Nesta.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't find
There's not going to be a lot of
in between.
There's not going to be a lot of crossing between Manon and Nesta. They're going to have to work through their intermediaries, which is Darrow and Sevro, and then Gandalf is just out here, keeping everybody huddled and together. But I couldn't not go with Manon. I mean, not only is she like a brilliant strategist and she has a wyvern, but her story arc, like from what the hell is happening in Air of Fire to like the blast in your face that is Kingdom of Ash, of just like the payoff of reading the witch's story. I mean, even the payoff you get in Queen of Shadows, but like it starts off as like, what is happening? Why is she important? And now she's just like etched in my heart.
Chapters 89, 90, 91 the audio will forever be ingrained.
You can just hear it.
I can hear it. Like I think about it weekly at least. Like it's something so viscerally in my body. Like the audio for that.
Yeah.
It's kind of just crazy how that
it's
works.
Insane.
Yeah. She's a great pick. I already picked my other two though.
Just couldn't not.
we have a wild card situation where we can bring in a character from any book we've ever read. We're not limiting ourselves. Those 5 were those 4 book series. And now this is our chance to bring someone just chaotic in or just someone
just totally random. I'm so excited.
I want you to guess
who
it is.
I have 2 guesses.
Okay.
Because you mentioned Princess Donut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's not her, but
It's
wouldn't
not
that
Princess
be freaking
Donut?
amazing?
Is it Rocky?
It's Rocky. It's Rocky. And the reason why Aragorn works as a leader in
Brilliant
my
choice.
group is because he is the heart. If you look at all of the other people that I've chosen, they're all actually kind of lone wolves. Like they keep to themselves. I needed someone to bring them in. And so it really went back and forth between Rocky and Princess Donut. I think Princess Donut and Sevro have a lot in common. Like just chaos. Chaos.
Oh,
I just don't
man.
know. I mean, her and Carl, speaking of dynamic duos,
Yes.
you just can't separate those
No.
two. I feel like they are a joint package. But like she would just be all the vibes. I just love her. But I picked Rocky because he could make something.
Oh my gosh.
Like from his
So
engineering.
anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
from an engineering point of view, just because he can make stuff. Like I've got Stone Cold Killers, I've got Ruthless Assassins, I've got Bulking Men, I've got Aragorn, the soft spot, but Rocky brings something to the team, but he also gives heart. And the book is so heartfelt and loving and just pulls on your little heart strings.
Makes
The
you care
movie
about a
even
rock
more.
alien,
Yeah,
you know?
a rocky, a spidery rocky.
A spider
alien.
rock.
And so I feel like Rocky would be the heart of my group. He would literally be the mascot. Everyone wouldn't work without Rocky. I'm like very passionate. Like Rocky would be that. He's the Gandalf there, even though he's not the leader.
I can get behind that.
But you also see that in series. Well, I guess I shouldn't say in case they're one of yours.
What?
Well, like Lord of the Rings, Merry and Pippin. Did they really bring much to the playing field?
Just
Not
camaraderie.
really. Camaraderie, and
Comedic relief.
without their help, the weight of these warriors, of these assassins, these leaders, whatever, is so heavy.
Yeah.
And you see that, with Sevro, he is that comedic relief. You need that. And you need someone in your life to help carry your burden in a way that's not exact. Like, let me take this from you. It's let me share this with you.
Mm.
And so you see that with Merry and Pippin, Princess Donut, like there's all sorts of characters out there across all walks of life. And they often get just labeled as the comedic relief, but they do so much to keep the spirit up in books, in life, in whatever you're doing. You just need someone like that in your life.
Very, very good point. Well delivered. I was going to pick Sophocles.
I don't even know who
The
that is.
fox. Cavix's fox.
Oh my gosh. Is that its name?
Yeah. His name is Sophocles. Okay.
That's a fun character, though.
It is.
He is just like
We
this
need-
jovial Santa Claus man with a fox.
With a fox. A fox that eats jelly beans. Okay. I'm going to go on a real sleeper pick here. You will never see this coming. On this team of mine, I need a numbers guy. I need like the
a brain.
ultimate. Yeah, I need a brain. I need a complete, utter strategist. The man behind the computer,
Yep.
That's going to run the numbers. He's going to run the like Orion is
He's-
for Darrow.
He is. It's like this is gonna sound so funny. The Fast and Furious movies, like
Yeah.
the guy that's like,
Oh, yes.
he's ludicrous.
Yeah. Luda. Yeah. What is it in the Spider-Man movies? The new Spider-Man movies? Who's his friend that like sneaks into the computer lab?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
I'm not picking him because he's only a
That'd
movie
be-
character. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. The mathematician.
Okay, that is out of left field. Can you imagine if I came and I was like, "This is who I pick"?
Can you?
How crazy would that be?
Right? No one's ever going to see that coming. Just picture Jeff Goldblum sitting behind a computer running the numbers for Darrow, Sevro, Nesta, Gandalf, and Manon. He's our strategist. He's going to pull everything together. He's got to run the numbers. Ian Malcolm does more for Jurassic Park from a bed with a broken leg than any of the other characters do in that book. He's phenomenal.
I always call those characters hub characters. Like, even if he doesn't have like a vast network, he's like the person getting stuff done.
Yeah.
That gets often like glossed over, whether
Yeah.
it's like hacking into a car in the Fast and Furious movies, if it's, you know, the person like just like lubing the way for the team to go forward.
I think, you know, we've got a lot of ego. We've got a lot of ego on Team Julie here. Probably Dr. Malcolm with the most of it. But I also think that he has an ability to humble with what is the word I'm looking for? With a strong rationale that's going to the person that he's delivering it to, they'll understand and they'll be very put in their place, because that man humbled John Hammond into the ground, and it is so good. I hate John Hammond, but Ian Malcolm, he said everything I wanted to say and more. So he is my wild card pick for Strike Force Julie.
That's crazy. I definitely didn't see that coming. I almost picked Samwise.
He would have been a good like heart, like, you know, he's also Rudy, so just kind of matches perfectly.
Yeah.
My other wild card consideration was the creature from Frankenstein. And my strategy was going to be, well, you've got
Let
Sevro
chaos
that could
run
deal with
free.
him, but you just have to tell him that Victor is on the other side and he'll just
It's like the Hulk. It's like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Hulk is angry.
Yeah. But it's the creature, Jacob Elordi.
So some of my other backups, going back up to the top here. So Darrow and Aelin are obviously kind of very similar. So those were kind of my backups for my leader. We've already talked about that. My strategist I picked was Aelin, but Rhysand could be argued to be a really good strategist. But because the goal, and all of this really depends on the goal in mind, right? Like, we wanted to create a task force that had some job to do or had to like go out and infiltrate something. So they had battles to go out, and, you know, that was kind of like the goal in mind. They were going to fight in some way. Rhysand is very much court intrigue. He is very smart about the political games to play.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't pick him, but he was up there.
Yeah, he was up there for me too. He definitely was one that I was considering before I settled on Nesta. He was up there because I knew that you were going to end up with Aelin. So I was trying to decide, and I felt like Rhys was a pretty close contender. He also would have strengths working with Darrow and Sevro, especially like winnowing them in and out of places, which would have been super helpful. So he was definitely on my list of considerations. I also considered Aragorn. He was up there. If you had taken Gandalf, I was going to grab Aragorn. And I mentioned this earlier, but Fitchner was a real strong consideration, especially if you had taken Sevro. Now, if you had taken Darrow, I wasn't going to take Fitchner because you can't have Fitchner and Sevro together. But Sevro drives Darrow the same way that Fitchner's able to drive Darrow. And they kind of work off of each other. That was my thought process there.
A wild card I just thought of was Daenerys Targaryen with her 3 mother dragons.
Yes.
would've been
Game of
crazy.
Thrones was definitely a book that got brought up in talks and considerations of what books to choose.
I haven't read those.
But I
so
have
didn't-
not yet
yeah.
journeyed into the Game of Thrones world.
That would have been an interesting wild card. Okay, get this. So for my strategist, do you want to know who my backup was?
Who was your backup?
Sauron.
Slay. That's amazing.
He plays the long game better than any other character I have
Oh, it's
ever
true.
seen.
Quite patient.
He's sowing seeds of discontent. I think that if my team if they were all united under one banner, he would be amazing.
Yes.
He just is using his power for evil right now. So, like, if he believed in whatever he's doing now, if for some reason someone was going to dissent, obviously we know it's Sauron. But like, in terms of scale, he is one of the greatest strategists out of any of the series out
Yes.
there. He's not really a task force strategist though. He's more of like a Dark Empire strategist. Like
Weird how that
more
works.
political.
It's really funny that you bring Sauron up because I was truly, honestly considering Coriolanus Snow.
That guy can think.
He doesn't even get killed in the end. He's like, he basically kills himself through his drug use and such. Like, but the way that his mind thinks and he gets things to work in his favor, like, can you imagine that man plotting with Darrow and Sevro and Manon and Nesta, like I'm terrified.
That team would have gone over to the evil side. Like he would have been like, hey guys, let's go. Like I can totally see him be like, and just totally
we gotta make this work for us, guys.
Yeah.
Tom Blight.
We're going to
with the blonde
rebrand.
buzz cut.
We're gonna rebrand here. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So that next pick was Lorcan. My backups were Lysandra.
Okay.
Because Lysandra and Manon are both like fantastic characters for a task force. But Lysandra's shape-shifting abilities, like she only does it with animals, right? Oh, besides the fact that she changed herself.
Yeah, but she mostly does animals once she gets her magic back.
Yeah, and so one could argue Dorian would be a similar thing because he eventually learns to shapeshift, but like she could shift into anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Lorcan had the bonus power that I don't think Lysandra could do if she shapeshifts. So like from a muscle point of view, Lysandra's still, I mean, obviously she turned into like a sea wyvern.
Yes.
So
and I think Lysandra's got some good like team energy.
Yeah.
Like she's here to like root for you. She's a girl's girl.
She's not.
She's
here
gonna
to
be your
the main
number
guy.
one supporter, and she will die for you.
Yes, and honestly, we all need loyalty, and that's what makes Sevro great is his loyalty, but also like Ragnar. And I have a very
Ragnar was on my short list as well.
I have a very soft spot in my heart for Ragnar. Oh, I'm trying not to tear up because I sent you that.
Yes, you sent me a really
Oh.
great edit about Ragnar before I came over.
Ragnar doesn't really have a huge story arc, but just his presence does more for that book series than most any other character.
But the Ragnar storyline inside of the Obsidians and their oppression is insane. He breaks the chains for the Obsidians and completely like flips the storyline for them, and it's
and he is also like a big hulking brute of a man.
Yes. With
who
a
has
soft little heart.
But he's also known such pain, and so like violence is not unfamiliar to him. And he's I was gonna say a guy's guy. He's a girl's girl, you know, like he's got the energy of a girl's girl.
Is Ragnar baby girl or daddy? He's baby girl.
Yeah, so I love Ragnar, and he's maybe one of my favorite characters of all time.
Ooh.
From like a
that.
sub character
Yeah.
standpoint. He's probably one of my favorite supporting leads. So
I love that. I also had Legolas on my short list, basically as our assassin. Like
I knew you were gonna pick Legolas or Fenris, and then I had an epiphany that they are the same person.
they are the same person.
Isn't that weird?
Why? I didn't even think about Fenris, honestly.
Oh, well, he doesn't really add much.
You know, if I needed like an emotional support animal, Fenris 1000.
He could have been a good wild card, actually.
He would have been a good wild card.
Yeah.
Love Fenris. Deep, deep, deep love for Fenris. Legolas would be like an assassin role. His body count. his kill streak. There we go. His kill streak is unreal.
We're keeping that in.
One other wild card that I had was Henry from The Poisoned Daughter.
Ooh. See, he is ruled by one thing and one thing only.
Harlow?
Harlow. I was gonna say his penis, but
Spoiler alert for Poisoned Daughter. If you haven't read it, skip ahead like 45 seconds. He's been killed in every way possible, so he can't die.
yes, his whole shtick is that he has to be killed in all sorts of ways,
And then
he
his
can't
mommy
be
brings him
killed,
back.
and his mom brings him back, and he can't be killed like that again. That's like part of his power, which is a very unique power. It's
It is.
interesting to see that in like other forms of fantasy books out there, but it would be very easy to manipulate that man.
It's true. That's why I'd have Manon on my team.
Manon was my first pick for the assassin, but she's thrown a glass. That was the other one.
Yeah.
But my backup to that was Lysandra, because she also could be very stealthy.
Yes.
So that
Good call.
Lysandra, honestly, I'm actually surprised she didn't get picked because she is so versatile.
I was just, as you were like, she could be this. And I'm like, she's versatile. She's a shapeshifter. She can be whatever we need her to be.
She could be, she can kill.
She can kill.
She can shapeshift.
She can shapeshift.
She can do recon.
Recon.
Maybe I should. Well, no, because I already have too many Throne of
She
Glass
can be your
characters.
most loyal servant.
Yes, I just love Lysandra.
Also, her I'll never recover from her arc in that book. Everything that she goes through and the way that her and Aelin reconcile. Ugh, I love them so much. Oh, okay. This was, whew. Next time we do a character pick, my anxiety is gonna be like, you're gonna be okay.
I think I overthought it.
1000%. We both did. Because we've never done this before.
No, but what a
Character draft.
What a fun right out of the gate.
This is going to be our last one. Next time we're going to go to dinner with characters. Something like that.
Yeah, I think your goal on whatever your draft is really like important in knowing who you're picking.
Yeah.
Because who I go to dinner with would be a Fenris, but I might not want him on my task force.
1000%.
What a great lineup that we've got.
Oh,
and
this was fantastic.
We're going to try and do this more often.
More character drafts. Less stress. That's the key. We want to know what characters you would draft, what you think of our lineups, and remember to read, and read some more. We'll catch you next time. Bye.